Hello, my name is Travis Harper, and I've been involved with MCT for about 4 years now. I got involved whenever my friend Ben told me about an audition that was happening in a little theater in the town of Marshall, Missouri, and it was Aladdin Jr., and I'd always wanted to be an Aladdin, so I went out and auditioned, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. I think one of the greatest things about MCT was it was a place where I felt like I could have my own personal growth when it came to acting, performing, and then it also is kind of where I found my love for videography, video editing, and filmmaking. My actual degree name is Electronic Arts with a focus in video production, and ever since, especially my junior year, when I realized how much I love making videos and video editing, I've always loved movies too. That was a huge part of my childhood. I've watched so many movies. That was what I always did with my free time, and I've always wanted to make movies. So hopefully, what I can do is get this degree, and then later on down the road, start making my own films. I have this really big pipe dream to make a live-action Polar Express, because the Polar Express was my favorite movie as a kid, and to see that movie but with a live cast would be so cool. That movie gives me so much hope. It makes me feel so good inside, because I love Christmas, and it's also just a movie that has so much power of belief in it, and that's a big thing that I'm about. So that movie always stuck with me, and I watched that movie until the disc broke. Filmmaking is just as much an art as anything is, as making music, as painting even, because when you are making a film, essentially what you're doing is you're just putting multiple paintings together to tell a story. In any movie you see, every scene is set a certain way, every character is set to stand a certain way, to look a certain way, and it's all about storytelling, and that's what art is about. Art is about storytelling. It's about portraying an idea or an emotion, and movies are an easy way to see that story unfold. I think it's always important to cherish what art is and what it offers us, be it a state of mentality, a state of humanity. I feel like that's the best way that humans can express themselves, and that's why it's so important. So I'll always stick up for it. I think more people should. I think it should be a more important thing in life. Well, I think media is just good for any corporation in general. If you have a media department, then you can start making videos, you can start marketing, you can start doing all that stuff. And plus, media also gives a way to teach kids how to get into that field, because when I was growing up, I never had classes I could take on filmmaking until I got into college. Everything I learned, I had to teach myself basically, and I feel like it's good to have a place where people can learn that. I feel like kids need a way to be able to learn about this stuff, a way to see it in action in their daily lives without having to find it themselves, because it is such a cool art, and I really believe that anybody should have access to it. And by donating, it's giving that access to kids who would be interested in it, who can make their own art their own way. I think nowadays it's hard for kids to express what they want, what they feel sometimes. I know I've had that trouble. It was hard for me sometimes to find the right emotion, but whenever I would watch a movie, I could find that emotion and relate to it. I hope that you are also willing to become an advocate for the arts and support MCT on Giving Tuesday.